一族の墓所で拾ったもの。枯れてもなお美しい。政子殿は一族も思い出も失った。あの方が生きている限り俺も生きねば。この家紋を見て育ってきたのだがな。軍馬と弓と太刀があれば生きていけると思った。いつの間に作ったのだろうな。ユナには借りができた。返せぬほど大きな借りが。賢治の秘蔵の酒。怪しいものだがいずれ酒を酌み交わしたい。お前が生きておればな。酒を飲みながら語りたかった。甘い匂いがするが太刀にも勝る武器だ。最後まで忠義を尽くしてくれたな。叔父上、いつか会いましょう。連綿と続く一族の家紋。俺の代で絶やすわけにはいかん。百合が母上のために植えた花だ。幾とせも世話をしてくれていたのだな。もうこの次は本土の武士。追われる身となろうとはな。いつか吹き方を習う約束だ。これで互いの無事を確かめられる。あなたの息子になることをずっと夢に見ていた。ユナの小刀、刃は錆びている。壊れておらぬのが不思議だ。ここに酒井陣を弓取り石川定信の弟子と認める。これで晴れて弟子入りだ。巴にはもう無用だ。求めるものは見つかったのだろうか。
ジン、いい隠れ家だね。あんたに合ってる。
受け入れねばな。今や堺家は滅び、俺は罪人となった。
志村様のこと聞いた。辛かったろ。
いや、なすべきをしたまで。
とにかく生きててよかったよ。ハーンを殺して蒙古軍には長がいなくなった。これで本土は安心だ。
だが兵は残っておる。島から出られぬ以上土地を奪おうとさらに気負っているはずだ。
戦は終わってないんだね。忘れないで。あんたが対馬を守れ。
忘れるわけがない。
そうだね。これからは二手に分かれようか。
猛虎を退けるのも手早く済むだろうからな。
また会おう。それまで達者で。
ああ、達者でな。
Okay. Well, here we go, guys. That is New Game Plus Unlock, which we are not going to do, by the way. I spent enough time on this game already. I think it is time to move on. Of course, after being Iki's Island, we're not done with the game yet, but we're definitely not doing New Game Plus. But it's cool that they have an option for New Game Plus. But like I said before, I'm not going to be doing that because I see no purpose of it. I've beaten the game already. I got everything unlocked as far as I can tell. So we're not going to be doing that. Liberate Tsushima from Mongols territory, which... What the hell? What's up with this? Oh, okay. So we can pretty much replay on taking out the outpost now. Okay, black dye merchant. Okay, so pretty much if we wanted to, we can easily You can easily replay a lot of this. And of course, we got all the secrets here that we need to find to wrap up all of our collectibles. Well, we're pretty much all done here. Gift altar, we got everything upgraded as much as we can. As far as I can tell. Yeah, the only thing we need to upgrade really is to get incendiary order to capacity 3, but other than that, we got everything fully upgraded. That's what we needed. But yeah, here we go. As I expected, I already knew we were gonna fight Lord Shimura. Especially the way that arena set up, especially us giving us our last letters. It was gonna boil down to that. Unfortunately, we couldn't really talk out of it. We just had to move forward, do our duel, and he almost got my ass. Luckily, I was able to turn the tide there and use the special abilities that took his ass out. And we're also given the option to either walk away, let him live, which I'm pretty sure he will not like that, or 2, kill him to honor his wish. I did save the game, so I could go back and see what's the ending, the other alternate ending, but it's not going to end good in many ways, so it is what it is. So, unfortunately, yeah, Jin was pretty much, for what I chose in the choice, I forced him to kill his last surviving family member, essentially. Everybody he knows is pretty much gone. Well, besides his allies, but even so. To the fact that, Shimura wanted him as his son was a pretty big step up. Like, he really wanted him to be his son. But because he is such an honorable samurai, a warrior, he just cannot refuse to defy the shogun's orders. It's just the way he is. And obviously, we lost our honor a long time ago. The moment we assassinated that first guy at the beginning of the game, honor, it was already thrown off the book already. So, but like I said, when it comes to the time of war, it is what it is. Like, if Shimura would have his own way, they would have no samurai left. So, what I think Jin did was the right thing, even though it did install fear among people of Tsushima and to the mainland. But he got the job done. That's what matters. He got the job done. He saved who knows how many samurais on that day, but at the cost of being branded as a traitor. And that's just unfortunate because, like I said, if they would just put the differences away, and just focus on winning the war, they could have easily ended the war like that with a snap of a finger. But because they're so, with the beliefs are so different, it's just they can't make it work out. And that's how it was back then, back in the old days when samurai used to rule. Like, you just can't defy the shogun. You defy the shogun, not only you're branded as a traitor, but your whole family and clan will be exiled. So pretty much, if you fuck up, you don't suffer the consequences. Your family also gets affected. And I think that's kind of fucked up in many ways too, because it should just be you that takes the heat, but for your whole family to get punished, it's kind of fucked up, But that's just how it was back then. But like I said before, I was right. There was no happy ending regardless for Jin here. And I don't know. It's a really sad story because, like I said, it's just you got Jin growing up with his uncle. The rest of since he was a kid, they bonded together for so long, fight together, almost died. And then to the point now they're pretty much arch enemies because Jin decided to, fight in a completely unconventional way to win the war. While Shimura is, like he said in his line, you're a slave to honor. He is so, fixated to one tactic, one belief, that, it could cause the lives of countless samurais. So Jin did what he had to do to save everybody else. If I was in his shoe, I'll probably done that too. Even though that will pretty much put you as a traitor. But like I said, it's a sad story. It's also a fantastic story, by the way, this game. Absolutely fantastic story. I can see this game was robbed from Game of the Year back in 2020. Last of Us 2 took that away from Ghost of Tsushima. I think that game was a much better game in terms of the story and the gameplay. Overall, I think that game was better than Last of Us 2. Although Last of Us 2 wasn't a bad game either. I tried to play it. I got under halfway through and I just stopped. I haven't even finished the game as of today. Will I finish it eventually? Yeah, probably once the game comes out on PC eventually, but at the moment I'm not interested at playing Last of Us Part 2. But in my opinion, Ghost of Tsushima is a fantastic game. This should have won Game of the Year, hands down. And now we got the upcoming sequel for Ghost of Tsushima, aka Ghost of Yotai. Hopefully that game will live up to the hype expectation. Lives up everybody's expectation. Now, granted, it is a bold move from moving from Tsushima to the island of Hokkaido. I think that's where it's taking place, modern day Hokkaido. So it's going to be a much bigger land. Also going to be playing a different character that is going to be taking on the mantle of the ghost. So it could be a great ancestor of Jin. Even though a lot of people would prefer to see Jin's story continue, which I would too, but we'll just have to see and wait until we see more of Ghost of Yotai. Hopefully it will be good. Hopefully it doesn't have any of the garbage that most Western game has been having, for a while now. You know what I'm talking about. Look at Dragon Age, Valguard, and Concord, and you know what I'm talking about. So hopefully Ghost of Yotai don't have any of that bullshit in it. Just give us a good story, a good game, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a very good game. Something tells me it's not going to be as good as Ghost of Tsushima, but if they get it right with the story and the writing, and of course gameplay improvements on the mechanics, it could be a potential Game of the Year. It's coming out next year. Would I get it on PS5? I don't know. I think I just might wait for it to come out to PC for a year later. Like, I waited 4 years for Ghost of Tsushima. Pays off really well, so. But yeah, fantastic story. The whole vibe of the game. I like it how grounded the game is. You don't get into that crazy magic stuff. You get it in some side missions, but it's more like a vision or a hallucination. But I like it how grounded this game is, so you don't get into that crazy supernatural stuff, even though you do get hints of it here and there in a side mission. But yeah, I do like how grounded this game is in terms of the enemies you're facing with, and the story revolves around too. Also based on real life historical events as well. And like I said, fantastic game. Like I said, the armor that Jin has is pretty badass. The abilities you can do in this game is badass. This is a game that Assassin's Creed should have been. Assassin's Creed Shadows, and from what I've seen, Assassin's Creed Shadows, it does not look impressive at all. And now they have delayed the game next year just to fix up a lot of issues. But something tells me it doesn't really matter. The game, I think, is going to be destined to flop. Will I play it? I don't know. I don't really feel like spending money, giving money to Ubisoft lately, so probably not. But I will be watching people's playthroughs on the game to see how it is. But yeah, regardless, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic. Gameplay, combat, I say is pretty solid as well. I do like the way you can switch different stats to fight, certain enemies like shield, speary eyes, brutes, etc. I do like, they're trying to mix up the game where, you find this guy, maybe you should switch your fighting sets so that way you can fight that specific class, effectively. I do like that. Although I think Neo was the first game to introduce the stats, the ability to change different stats. But I think Ghost of Tsushima absolutely nailed it when it comes to that. But like I said, a great soundtrack as well. This game has absolutely fantastic soundtrack. You got a well-known Japanese composer as well as the composer for this game with them combined, they create some of the best soundtracks I heard for any Japanese period drama games and potentially movies. But yeah, just a crazy fact. This game was made entirely by an American studio. And they fucking nailed it with the aesthetics, the vibe, and the culture and of course, the Japanese history. Everything about that is related to Japan, the culture, the history, what kind of weapons they use, gear wise, was pretty much spot on. To the point that the Japanese love this game. They love this game. Made by an American studio. Like, isn't that crazy, right? Then you got Ubisoft getting everything wrong to the point that Japanese despise it. Like, it just shows you that, you know, we still got some pretty talented and passionate developers out there that will go to their beyond their abilities to give us the best possible game possible, even by putting more extra layer of details into the game. And Sucker Punch nailed it, which like I said before, hopefully they will succeed with Ghost of Yotai. That's, even though I'm very skeptical on it, but it is also, I have a little bit of hope that that game will deliver. We can all hope. But yeah, and the open world aspect of the game is, you know, it's a traditional open world game. You go here, fetch this, fetch that. It has the same stuff that Ubisoft game has, but Ghost of Tsushima does it in a way that it makes you want to keep exploring those areas, you know. It makes you want to keep, you know, encourage you to keep going on, you know, find different areas, while Ubisoft just makes the game so big that you get lost to the point that you just don't want to deal with all that shit. So I would say Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, plays like a Ubisoft open world game, but they did it better. Now, granted, a lot of those side missions are repetitive. The enemies variety is also pretty low, since you're all fighting just the Mongolians. You do fight Straw Hat Ronins occasionally, and some of the higher tier enemies, but other than that, you're all going to be facing pretty much the same enemies. And the side missions here are almost the same too. Go there, port B, fetch this, find footprint, examine this. It can get a little bit tedious, I will admit. It does get a little bit repetitive, but Ubisoft does the same shit too. They were the first to start it, so. But regardless, though, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic game, fantastic story, and I have hope that Ghost of Yotai will deliver. But to give this game a 9 out of 10, and could give it a 10, but obviously the game is not perfect. You know, the game does have some issues. You know, some of the lip sync doesn't match because the lip sync does it real time by your PC. So whenever your computer drops in performance, the lip sync is going to be a little bit off. Not by much, but just a little bit off to the point you might notice it. But yeah, what a fantastic game! What a fantastic story. This will not be the end of the playthrough yet. We're all going to be, of course, doing the Iki Island Expansion. We're definitely not done yet. We're going to definitely spend our time in finding all the secrets here, too. All the question marks here. And, of course, light up the lighthouse here, too, since we liberated Izumi Village. Do Koto Khan. It's pretty cool that you can replay some of this outposts and duels as well. That's really fucking cool. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be spending my time looking for collectibles, and then we'll wrap up, you know, finding all the stuff here, and then we'll start up Iki's Island, and we'll see how that goes. From what I've seen, the island doesn't look too big from this distance, but it could be sizable enough to have decent content. But we'll see how it goes, guys. So hopefully, so that is my review of Ghost of Tsushima. The whole game as a whole. I haven't done Iki's Island, but something tells me it's going to be pretty good. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the playthrough for the main story of Ghost of Tsushima. I know I had a blast playing this game. Would I recommend this game? Yes. Absolutely recommend this game. If you want, buy this game full price, but I would recommend you get this game on sale since the game is 4 years old. So get it on sale if you can. But this is a game that is absolutely worth playing. One of Sony's best titles, I would say. One of the best. Of course, Stellar Blade is also pretty good too, but Ghost of Tsushima definitely will have to be one of the best PlayStation games I played. And we're gonna hope PlayStation will bring some more PC games to PC, and that will give me an opportunity to play them, do a playthrough for them. Speaking of PlayStation, I need to wrap up Marvel Spider-Man because Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming out on PC next year. So I gotta wrap up Marvel Spider-Man to see what's the hype about that game. And yeah, stay tuned for the playthrough of the Iki Island playthrough. And like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the playthrough. If you guys did, hit the like button in this video. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike button. It's all up to you. And that's going to be it, guys. So if you guys got any other games you want to suggest for me to play, leave the comments down below, and I'll check them out. Yeah, also let me know what kind of games you want to replace Ghost of Tsushima for Sunday's upload. Because once I complete the playthrough for this, that's it. I will have to find another game to play for Sundays at that point now. I'm thinking about Cyberpunk. I need to beat that, as well as Phantom Liberty. But time will tell. And yeah, just gonna end here for now. I've been dragging on this video for too long. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace.